Previously on Hot Seat. Because I think women feel like they're the only ones that do the carrying. It started in my nuts, then went to your guts. We done the carrying first.
It would have to be with someone who's understanding, who understands that I would have to probably make that tough decision.
So you snitch.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hot Seats. I am Glams Tan, your host for the Queen's Tings room. Big up my panel.
Hey.
Okay, just introduce yourself real quick.
Yes. Hello, hi, I'm Tamara Jade.
Hey guys, I'm your girl Glam Nads.
And obviously the unmissable troublemaker extraordinaire, Denalva.
Big up yourself, big up yourself. And who's in the other room over there?
Come on. Yeah, we got a creeper crisis myself. I'm next to HUN Tizzy.
Mr. Chocolatey Genius.
Man like Fend. And we're the Blavengers.
Boo.
Alright, so Hot Seat, we've come back again, but we switched everything up. So there's 2 rounds. The first segment is going to be the call-in. Big up Tan, who come up with the idea for the call-in. And that's me and Tan. We're going to call guests. I'm going to call 2 guests. Tan's going to call 2 guests. And then they're going to pose a dilemma to us. And then I'm going to pick someone from my group, or they can pick themselves, vice versa, in Tan's room. And then we're going to give advice to the dilemma. And whilst the person's on the phone, they're going to tell us who gave the best advice. And then we got Twin inside. She's going to mark the points for the boys and the girls.
Jeez.
You ready? All right. Let me call my first person.
Okay.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
Hiya. Yeah.
All right. Big up the Hot Seat. Yeah. Who we got on the line?
Kara.
Okay, Kerry.
Hi.
All right. So what's the dilemma?
So the dilemma is there's a male trying to pursue a relationship with me, but they are under 30. They have no children, and I don't trust that they are old enough to decide this.
Okay.
I've got children and don't want any more.
And you don't want any more. Okay, so that's the dilemma. Who's stepping up? Who's stepping up?
Stepping up. I'm just discussing.
I don't mind giving it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Denalva, go ahead.
No, but who's stepping up in here?
Who's stepping up? Who's stepping
Who
up?
wants to step up for this?
Wait, that's one you lot.
Genius, you got this.
I don't think that's me. I don't think I don't
One of you 3 got to step up.
I'll step up.
All right, Fen, step up.
Let's
All right, homo way. Would you feel more comfortable? Coming in there or us coming in there?
Oh,
Go on.
nice.
All right, Denelva's coming in. She's coming in.
My name is Denalva. I'm representing the girls
Yes.
for the advice side of things. So you said that you are in a relationship with somebody. I'm guessing.
No. I'm not in a relationship. They want to pursue one with me.
Okay. All right. Fine. Do you want to be with them?
It's too early to decide that. I like them. There's interest there, but that's it.
And you got kids, and he wants kids, but you don't want any more, or he might want kids.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Let me tell you something. Do you know what happens when people get together and they plan lives and expect lives that don't match up? They hate each other and the whole situation ends up bitter. So if you think that he might want kids and you don't want kids, you need to do the responsible thing for yourself. Stop wasting your time and his time and just say, do you know what? We're not going to have the life that you want. And I'm not going to bend over backwards to give you that life. And therefore, I'm sorry, it is what it is. And even if he tells you, but no, babe, take me, I won't have kids anyway. Don't believe it. Because
But he's not said he wants kids. He's not said he wants kids. He said he didn't want any kids. He doesn't want any kids.
Oh, then if
But
you don't want it's fine, girl. Then keep going. If he doesn't want kids, you already got some kids. Let him be a daddy with your kids. Come on.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right, cool. So basically, just break it down one more time. So you're pursuing a relationship with a guy, yeah, and you're considering it. So you dating at the moment?
No.
Okay.
I'm considering it too.
Okay. And who is it that doesn't want children? Is it you that don't want children? Because you said you got.
I've got children. Don't
Yeah.
want any more.
Yeah.
They're saying they never wanted children anyway. They don't want children. They want to pursue the relationship. But I think because
Yeah.
they're under 30, they are too young to decide this yet.
Okay. So I would say if I was you, then you would have to find someone that you feel that is old enough, you know what I mean, and appropriate enough that you could, you know what I mean, that has the same vision as you. And maybe for him, if he doesn't want to pursue kids, then he's got to find another partner that, you know what I mean, that's on the same vision, that's got the same vision as him.
Ask Kerry who gave the better advice.
Yeah, so Kerry, who gave the better advice, the boys or the girls?
the male give the better advice.
Shut up, man. What is this? Hi, Carrie.
What she said?
No,
One sec. One
Come
sec.
here.
no,
One
man.
sec. One sec.
Speak to her. That's
The
why.
reason why
One
the
sec.
male give the better-
Guys,
Are
sorry.
you listening?
Yes.
Yeah.
So are they twin the emotion? Right, so the males give the better advice because for one, they were more direct about the logical concepts of it. And the female said the comment about let the guy bring the children up as the dad. Nah, that's not the way to go about life.
I think
Some
you
people
got
want to
Kerry.
be proud
Thank
daddies
you,
to all the
Kerry.
kids, man.
Bye bye.
Whatever.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Yo, one for the. Come on, we don't leave on home territory.
Come on.
Trying to get in a relationship. Don't get into a relationship anyways, because anybody that'll get into the relationship with you will be a stepdaddy.
Hold on. So we got one for the guys, yeah?
Yeah.
We got
Okay,
one.
okay.
Tan, I'm gonna call one more person
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, so I'm gonna call one more person. Big up my bros. Big up my bros. Happy, proud of them. So one of you two got to step up this time now as well.
This is why.
Alright, second person.
Hello.
Hi Angie.
Hey, what's up?
You saying welcome to the hot seat. What's your dilemma that you're gonna pose to the room?
Hey, everyone. Okay, so my dilemma is I have a friend who I've been very close to since childhood. She recently disclosed to me that she's been cheating on her husband of 12 years due to feeling like she's outgrown him and the love they once had. As her friend, I informed her how morally wrong she is for her decisions and I refused to listen to her infidelity stories. So this friend, she's now blocked my number and my social media accounts. Please help me understand if I was right or wrong for not supporting her decisions.
Who you bringing in?
Nads? Yeah, Nads.
No, Hunt's coming in. Hunt's coming in. Hunt's coming in.
Okay.
Hunt's coming in. Says Hunt versus Nads.
Okay. So basically, yeah, you've told your friend that she was in the wrong for doing something that is clearly in the wrong. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay, cool. And she's blocked you. So what's happened is, like she says, she's stressed and she's suppressed in it. So that's why she's gone to the dark side to do what she's doing. Because you're married and you know that, like, technically she knows she shouldn't be doing that. You've given her the advice that is correct in it. It's only right that you said what you said. So cool. Now that she's done this, yeah, what's going to happen is, like, she's going to feel guilty for a little while and she's going to go through her stage and hopefully she comes back to the good side. And when she does, she'll apologize to you. Be totally sorry. So yeah, you're well within your rights. Listen.
Okay, so I should do nothing about the situation.
There's not actually anything you can do.
Yeah.
You can't take it back. You can't say, I didn't hear what you said. You know what I mean?
Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, wrong is wrong and right is right. You know what I mean?
So it's Nads' advice now.
Thank you.
Hey, darling. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Lovely. Thank you for giving us your dilemma. You're in a bit of a pickle, honey, ain't ya?
I think so, because it's my longtime friend since my childhood, so...
This is it. So really with me, like, what I would say that, first of all, yes, you are in the right to not want to entertain her doing, you know, her wretched behaviour. Because at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. So that's absolutely fine. But what I will say is to obviously take into account the long friendship that you guys have had. And the fact that she's blocked you, yeah, she's running away from the truth. That's one part. But you know your friend and she knows you through and through. Regardless of the bad things that she's doing, I think it's still worth possibly popping down to her house and seeing if you guys can have a heart-to-heart and have a conversation where you can come to a common ground that, you know what, we won't speak about the infidelity and the things that you're doing because you already know my stance on it. However, we've got a long-standing relationship and friendship that should be worth, you know, that should be worth fighting for. And if she doesn't answer the door, or she doesn't want to unblock you, then you already know that you've done the best that you can do.
Yes.
So based on that information, my lovely, who do you feel gave you the best advice?
Based on that, because your advices were a little similar, but then there was one where, you know, one said, there's nothing else I can do. I shouldn't do anything. I've done the right thing by saying, you know, you're wrong and leave it at that. And your advice was, you know, go a little bit further by popping up and doing all that. Honestly, I would take the advice of the male.
Hold on, my love. Hold on. Guys, let her give her reasoning. Go on, sweetie.
Then I don't have to also, pop up and chase, and I don't have to remind you that we've been friends for a long time. That's something you should know the way I should know it. And I do fight for friendships, but on a level where you're going to block me and block my social media because I am actually being a good friend by keeping you morally aligned, I will not then pop out because it's like, chasing someone who doesn't want to be chased, just want to be on the dark side, like you said, and I will wait for that apology.
Ooh. Who told you to go?
I don't know.
No.
Let's stay out of this.
Move on to the next. We got to move on to the next.
Yeah, man. Thank you, sis.
Morally, I get it. It's wrong, sis. We already said you're in the right for that. But I would say, because you guys have been friends for so many years, it's not a stretch to just go and knock at her door and see if you guys can have a conversation.
Come on
for the guys.
Come on.
See how we
We're the champs.
Come on.
Yes, okay, I'm going to call mine now. Move. Obviously, it got a little bit intense. Hello. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hey, hot seat.
Say hi.
All is
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so what?
I have a dilemma.
Okay, go ahead. What is it?
I've been seeing this guy for about 6 months. Everything's going fine, hunky-dory. Last night I met up with him. Really, we had a bit of a heated bedroom moment. And then he was like, all right, babes, I've got something for you. So he went to the top drawer. We're in the mood, getting in there. And he pulls out a vibe. I thought, okay, this is fine. Getting really excited. And then in the moment, he decides to say, no, I'm not using it on you. I've got to use it on him.
What?
At this point now, I had to fully tap out. I had to make an excuse. I went to the bathroom, having to literally console myself, trying to look for holy water at this point. I'm trying to make an excuse how I'm going to leave his house. So I had eventually left. And this morning he has been messaging me like nothing ever happened. And he asked me if I was okay because I said I weren't feeling too great. So yeah, that's been today. So he wants to talk, but do I call him or for him to explain himself? I just put him straight in the bin.
Okay. Ooh, girl.
Yeah, so that question there with the vibrator one, that was a bit of a mad one.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now? We've got one of my bros and one of my sis who's gonna talk about this dilemma. Home or away? Coming in there? Yeah. Okay. So basically, two people are going to give you advice on your dilemma, and then you say after you got given the advice, who gave you the better advice, the boy or the girl?
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Tamara. I'm on Hot Seat and I'm going to give you some advice. Right.
Okay, thank you.
So just to recap, you've been together for 6 months and then he pulled out a vibrator and wanted you to use it on him, which you didn't do yet and you've been avoiding him since. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Just to recap, you've been together for about 6 months. He pulled out a vibrator. He wanted you to use it on him. You didn't do it, and you've been ignoring him since.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. My advice is everyone is an individual and everyone likes what they like. Okay, so this is a compatibility issue. You can't change the person. If that's what he wants, then you just need to ask yourself whether you're prepared to do that or not. So obviously you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable with that. I would personally not advise you to be in contact with him and try to get him to change, because obviously if he's approached you with that's what he's into, which is fine, each to their own. But if it's not for you, then you need to start looking at whether or not this person is for you or not, because what somebody likes privately or sexually or anything like that is quite important to a functional relationship. If you're not going to be able to give him what he wants, then you guys are not compatible. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Genius advice now.
Oh yeah, you're right. This one sounds stressful, but I totally agree with Tamara, and I'm just going to say that straight away from the jump, he's kind of deceived you because your reaction has showed that you've never seen this side of this guy and you've been with him 6 months and you must have had sexual encounters before. So for you not to know this, he's kind of been deceiving from the jump. Do you get what I'm saying? And I would say that that person ain't for you straight away. So I'm gonna just cut a long story short and just say leave him where he is and keep your life moving. You know what I'm saying? Not like it's harsh. It might be the way I'm saying it. I didn't do it as subtle. You know what I'm saying? But I've got zero tolerance for anyone that's trying to deceive anyone. So yeah, get rid of that, brother. The advice you was given, who would you say gave you the best advice? Whether it be delivery on the advice or how it was said, just in general.
They both gave amazing advice. But the end game was the bin. I'm leaving it there.
Okay. So if you
But the delivery with the lady, she broke it down fully, which is perfect.
So just to clarify, who would you say gave you the best advice, the male or the female?
The female.
Come on.
I really just feel like it's each to their own. So if that's what he's into, that's what he's into. Obviously, if I'm not into that, I'm not gonna stick it. You know.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was mad.
That was really good.
That was unexpected.
You got 2-1 now.
So it's 2-1.
It's 2-1. Okay, so I'm calling the next person now.
The girl.
I'm a Christian and I've followed that faith most of my life.
Okay.
But I've recently been speaking to a guy who's Muslim faith, and although we get along very well, he's asking me if I would actually change my faith over to Muslim so that we can grow in faith together. What's your intake on that? And if you can help me in finding a solution.
Okay.
Tan,
Boys' room.
I heard it. And do you want me to come in there or do you want to come in here? Because it's me versus you now. I'll come in there tomorrow. Can we swap seats? Go on, Tan, go on.
Okay, so I'm a Christian, and I respect all, religions and everything. But if I've met someone that I, really we love each other, whatever, because I'm so strongly how I've been brought up, and I'm just strong within my faith, I would naturally just get with someone who's a Christian as well. That's just me, just naturally, that's what I would do. But I think that you've got to just think to yourself, just have a conversation in terms of how it will benefit you, benefit him. If you two you'll be able to because I know with certain religions, it's different. Every religion's different, innit? Being a Christian, being a Muslim, it's different. But you're going to just have to make that decision based on if you think that it will work, because, I don't know, it's a tough one, because clearly this guy is probably going to be very, very strong in his religion and you're strong in your religion. So it just seems like, how would you both meet in the middle? Because that's a very difficult one. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a difficult one.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I don't. I think if you really, really love this guy, then I think you should do what you feel is right. And if you think that, you'll be able to embrace his religion, then yeah, I'd say do what you feel is right. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Right, so
okay, 1 second. I'm going to pass you over now.
So, how you doing? You right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. I can't complain at all. You got a bit of a situation. You got a bit of situation there, innit? All right, so do you know what I say? See, with that Muslim faith, yeah, to them you're reverting in it, so they feel like being a Muslim's the original religion. Do you see what I mean? So it's like not converting, it's reverting, but it's you see the end goal is the both of you believing in God, yeah. So you see like oceans, rivers, wet lakes, puddles, they all consist of water, yeah, but it's all water. That's God and religion. Everyone has their different streams and access to God, but it all goes down the direction of being. You see God. What I mean? And I think people separate it so much with the religion. As long as you lot can compromise on prayer time, faith, and how you go about things, and what you lot gonna instill in your children, yeah, I feel like you can compromise because the end goal is God. That's my advice to you. So based on the advice you've been given from the girls and the guy.
Yeah, but you didn't tell her she should convert.
Yeah, do you reckon she should convert?
If she loves him enough, should she convert to his religion?
I don't think she should. I don't. That's what I said. I think you lot should compromise based on religion because the end goal is God.
So do what she feels
Yeah,
right.
do what she feels right. The end goal is God. Yeah. So based on the information provided, who do you reckon gave you the best advice?
What you said about it's the ultimate goal is God. I believe.
We won.
So we got a fifth one, and you lot can keep some pride.
By the way, let me tell you something. Boys, you are speaking to girls only. If you put them on the phone, trust we're gonna win 10-0.
Yeah.
Who's the men? Relax.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Literally, yeah.
This is
the last one.
So this last one is posed to the whole room.
Where?
So no one has to go against anyone. It's room versus room. Yeah. All right. Cool. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
You alright?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. So basically, I'm gonna get you to pose your dilemma based on who gives you the better advice. You just outright say who you reckon gave you the better advice.
Okay, girls or boys? Okay.
Yeah. So can you tell us the dilemma and then I'll.
Okay, sure. So basically, before I start this, it's a very sensitive subject. So I do apologise if anybody has gone through anything like this. So basically, my 15-year-old daughter asked me to read her journal. And to my surprise, she wrote down that she hates herself. She doesn't like who she is. She dislikes everything about her, and she doesn't feel like she's worthy to be here. So she recently started self-harming. Of course, I'm a counsellor myself, and I'm a teacher, so I have given her to the correct professionals. However, as a mum, as a parent, as a loved one, I feel like now I am actually treading on eggshells in my home. You know, weeks forward, I feel like I'm treading on eggshells where it comes down to I feel like I'm kind of mollycoddling her. And as we all do as parents, as loved ones, we all tell our teenagers to get back in their lanes, you know, wash the dishes, do the laundry, etc. However, I feel like, God forbid, if I trigger her in any way, what if she does something further?
Okay.
Now, question is, what advice would you give to a loved one, not just a parent, a relative, a friend, anything? How would you go forward with doing that? What would you do?
This is deep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pass the phone to the girls' room so they get them to start with the advice, and then I'll bring the phone back in the guys' room, and then we'll give advice. All right.
Yeah, we should start. Go ahead.
Hey, darling. Right, yeah. First of all, that is a lot to take on as let alone as a person, as a parent, and you know that your child is suffering, and there's really not much you can really do apart from just try and facilitate healing and growth. But what it sounds like to me is that you also need that support. Although she's the one that's going through it, it's like you're both being affected heavily. Like you're saying, walking around eggshells, feeling like if you do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, then she might have an episode or a moment. Yeah. And that's a lot of pressure on any parent to carry that. So what I'd probably advise you guys is to seek some sort of family counselling where the both of you can sit down and she can also look at how her behaviour and her way of thinking and her emotions also affect you. Because as much as when someone's going through depression or going through a hard time, sometimes them looking and realizing that it's affecting my loved one also is a bit of a switch for them to be like, oh, what can I do to actively like help myself? Because she needs to feel empowered to be able to help herself, but she also needs to understand the effects that it's having on you as a mother. Yeah, so with that counselling, with that joint counselling, you then are provided the tools on how to deal with her, and then she's also then given tools on how to help herself and how to have a better relationship with you. Yeah, but I wish you both the best, my lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Another.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass you on to my sis.
Hi, Jay. Hi. Listen, your situation is very sticky because that's your daughter that you love and you don't want to see anything going wrong with her. But based on what you said from what you read on her journal, a lot of these issues that she may have with feeling inadequate, not feeling like she belongs, may also be environmental. And what I mean by that is her environment at school, her group of friends, her life outside of the home is really, really important. Some of the biggest influences come from those places, which means that one of the best solutions for you to kind of start going to first would be you need to assess what's around her. What is actually allowing her to feel this way? If it is not something that you believe you have done directly, what else is it that is causing this problem? And it may just be that you will find that she may have been bullied and she never told you. She may be in a place where she actually may be the only person that looks like how she looks, so she feels out of place. Okay, and that adds up to then create social anxiety and all of these things that then create children or young people to go and feel suicidal and depressed. Now, I would say to you as a mother, as well as assessing her environment, you may want to consider resetting the environment. That means go somewhere new. Because ultimately, as much as you have your life set where you are right now, if you want your child to get better, not to end up in a situation where you're going to have to be walking on eggshells forever, or she might end up doing something really wrong, you may just have to be somewhere brand new where everyone gets a brand new, fresh start and they feel like they don't belong there at all again. They have to restart. Because sometimes that forces you to do better. Because I don't think that you moving from this place where you're at to another place is going to do her bad. If anything, she may even have a relief because she doesn't have to be around the things that remind her that she's not who she's meant to be.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I'm going to pass you over to the last person. No, actually. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah, go on.
Hello, hi. I just wanted to say a few things. The girls already said a lot of what I was going to say, so I'm not going to repeat. I just want to say some things. Firstly, if she asked you to read her journal and she knew that was in there, I think that that's a really good sign. It shows that she wanted you to know what was going on with her so that you could help her through that, which is a really, really good sign. And also I wanted to say, don't be scared to parent your child. She's still your child and you're still her mum. If you want her to do the washing up, she needs to do the washing up. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to be a mum. Yeah, it will feel really, really frightening and you'll feel like anything you do is going to set her off. But remember, this problem seems to be coming from inside her own head, and external things like whether she does her room or not are not going to push her. Don't blame yourself. Even if you tell her to do the washing up and then you find out that she's self-harmed again, that wasn't your fault, and it's not because you told her to do some cleaning. Don't shy away from being a mum. Don't lose all of the other elements of parenting just because this is happening. Okay. Yeah, and also self-harm, just remember that self-harm and suicide are very, very different. Self-harm is a coping mechanism, which shows that she is actively looking for a way to cope with what's wrong. That's actually a very, very healthy sign, in my opinion. So just find another way to channel her feelings, like you said, with therapy. And also, I know Denelva mentioned about moving away, which is fine and something that you can consider, but just bear in mind that there's only so much changing your environment can change when the problem is coming from within. She needs to heal from inside.
Yeah. Let me just say something real quick.
Real quick.
Obviously my sisters have said a lot of what I was going to say. There are loads of organizations. There's CAMSH, there's Edwin Lobo, there's so many different organizations that will be able to help you and your daughter, for them to assess really what's going on from deep within, because it's a deep rooted problem, because it's got to do with how she feels from inside. It's something that's very heavy. Spent loads of time with her. You two just spend time to get her to really, really unpack everything that she's feeling. And in terms of like moving away, go in certain places, exactly what Denava says, but there's definitely something that I think going to counseling, that's the number one, and telling her to just tell her to just unpack. If she has to cry and just completely be completely free with you.
So you're in the guys' room now.
You're right. I'm all right, thank you. Basically, what I would say is the fact that she told you to read the journal means that you ain't the problem. Like that's a cry for help. She made you read that knowing that you're going to see that and pick up on it. And that's maybe where she weren't confident enough to come to you and say that, but she knows that. So yeah, for me, I would say, I know a lot of people say that you shouldn't be friends with your kids and that, but I'd say temporarily, like, be more close with her, more conversations, more going out, more trying to find that stuff. and just get to the bottom of the solution without forcing her, with keeping normality in the household. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry to hear about your situation. Yeah, it sounds like a very stressful situation, you know what I mean? But what I would say as well with children, yeah, I think as parents as well, sometimes what we don't do is like speak to our children, that proper conversation, because it's all good saying about therapists and all of this, yeah, but I mean, a therapist is not your parent, and therapists, you don't even know if they've even been through self-harming, you know what I mean? And they're just doing their job, what they're paid for. But you as a parent, this is a lifetime job for you. So yeah, so you've got to build up the mechanisms and the coping strategies, yeah, because remember, we want solutions to this, innit? Like, it's not emotion as well. Like, I know there might be sometimes that you might want her to do certain things in the house, but to be real, her mental stability ain't in that position to be doing dishes and them things there, you know what I mean? So yeah, so what you do, like even Mr. Genius said, like you know, make her like your friend, and then you do things together. So you're cooking together, but you create a therapy in the household. You know what I mean? And speak to her, because from she's showed you her journal, like she said, read my journal, mum. That's even showing you, mum, look. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's a communication thing as parents, because like sometimes when you're growing up and that, you feel your parents might not have communicated you with certain things you was feeling. They're not mind readers. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I like to say. But I'm gonna pass you on to Hunt.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. So basically, what I feel is, see, like in terms of like not telling her off, you might not tell her off like how you maybe used to tell her off. You have to now speak to her. You have to have conversations with her. Do you get what I'm saying? And in them conversations, you need to like also let her know that you're also still her parent. So there's still going to be some ground rules that we have to go through. Do you understand what I'm saying? So things like tidying your room, you might have to still do that. Do you understand? And if I tell you off about that, it's not, I'm only doing it with love. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, else you fall into a trap of like not saying nothing to her, which will hinder her in the long run. Do you understand? Yeah, so that's all I've got to really put forward to you.
And Jay, since Tan went in overkill, I'm gonna add a little something, yeah. So look, you know the great, like, see, when you take a school test, yeah, if your friend passes you the results ahead of time, what do you get? You score 100, yeah. You're not going in it blind. You know, if you see rugby players when they play the other team, if they had the guidance to the other team's play, their skills, then they're gonna beat them. They don't stand a chance. So the point I'm trying to make is, you read in that journal, you can get in front of what's going wrong. Do you see what I mean? You can get ahead of it. It's not going to get you blindsided now. So you're not going to be blind.
The main thing for me as well is also, I agree with both parties of what everyone's saying, but I do agree mainly with the males. And the reason why I do agree with the males is because it's basic conversation. I do feel within myself, because I did mention that I am a counsellor and I'm a teacher. So she is going to the correct professionals. However, as a parent, it's one of them things that I do believe society and also social media has a massive impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do agree with what you're saying.
So who gets the point?
I would say personally the males. Reason being is because basic things like conversations.
This is why women struggle in that.
Understanding her, taking her out, doing certain things, not moving away. Me personally, I'm not going to move away. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, where we going?
Yeah, because with the moving thing, everyone's not in a financial situation to just up and move. Yeah. Everyone's not in a and respectfully, everyone's not in a financial position to go for counselling and therapy and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying you have the blueprint on what's going wrong. So get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. But Jay, I appreciate you so much. Sorry for your situation. I'm gonna. Yeah. All right then. Appreciate you.
It's free. It's free to get free counselling.
The boys are always going to win. No disrespect to the gallon, but I know we say ladies first, but that did not apply in this game. We didn't allow you lot to go first with nothing. You lot came last. Yo, you see the back of our heads.
The boys were the winners today. You get me? What was it? 4-1? I think we won 4-1, you know. I predicted 4-0, but yeah, it was 4-1. 4-1. So Come on, we done well there. You get me?
The boys won. Yes, we did. We knew that from the beginning, though. We knew that from the beginning. I forgot what they're called. Queens Things. Last week they were Pink Panthers. There's something else next episode. So yeah, man, we've still been the same. The Blavengers. We're here to stay. We're not going nowhere. We're here to win, but also bring you lot along with us.
Of course we won. What are you talking about, man? Like, come on. It was easy work. Wrap that up easy.
The fact that the boys won the advice round over the girls just shows me that a lot of people are not ready to find solutions. What they're ready to find is somebody that will just validate their feelings and continue to support them in their own rubbish. That's all it is. Listen to the solution. Don't listen to comfort, because comfort will get you into trouble. All right?
Guys, the guys won. Listen, I'm not a hater. I love the guys. Big up my bros. And I believe they won only because their delivery was probably a little bit better to what the ladies wanted to hear over the phone. Yeah, big up the man them for winning, but next time it's on us. All right.